Hello everybody and welcome back to Noia Dev, the series that aims to prove that one developer can create a successful MMORPG. My name is Dane and this week on Noia Dev, we released on itch.io! Heck yeah! So, Noia Online is officially released on itch.io. I actually didn't know what to expect at all, so any traffic is good traffic to me. Itch.io does give really good metrics, so I can see exactly where all the traffic is coming from and what categories are hitting the hardest. And it turns out that some of you guys are even searching for the game by name. So that's cool. I may actually end up turning off the web server in my house and just host the game and database here because itch.io does such a good job at hosting the web portion of the game that I might just leave it up to itch.io to handle from here. But I haven't turned off anything yet, so we'll see. Moving on, part of the itch.io process is I needed a logo, and I didn't have a logo yet. So I reached out to the one person who has done most of the art for Noia so far, Clockwork Raven. He's already doing most of the tile sprite work anyway, so I figured he knows best at the art style for the game. So I reached out to Clockwork Raven and we got to work on a brand new logo for Noia. Now this wasn't an instant process. This actually took a couple of days and a number of different iterations, but eventually we landed on our brand new logo. Now the logo isn't the only thing that I've been hard at work on in the last couple of days. I've also been working on the first story boss of Noia as well as the primary antagonist, the Queen of the Underworld. I sent off both of these monsters' original concept art to artists out on Fiverr, and this is what we got. The Queen of the Underworld I am incredibly happy with. She just absolutely radiates confidence, and when I couple it with her theme song as well as the voice acting work, it produces an amazing scene. I can't wait for it to get in game so you guys can witness it firsthand. Now the Queen's Servant, the Halia of the Underworld. I'm still trying to work to touch it up and get that real menacing look. Once that's done, we'll be adding attack animations, and this is the boss that you have to fight to get out of the underworld. Speaking of bosses in the underworld, there is a dungeon that I've been working on as well. Now our boy Morb here specifically mentions not to go wandering, otherwise you might become lost. And that's what this dungeon is. It's a cavern filled with those who went out and became lost. They lost their minds to the underworld and they are now feral. This dungeon takes heavy inspiration from the first MMO that I ever played, EverQuest 2. Specifically, on the Freeport side of EverQuest, there's the first dungeon that you encounter is called the Wailing Caves. And I thought, what a great idea to pay homage to EverQuest 2 and the Wailing Caves. So I took that map, traced it into Noia, and I'm putting my own spin on it. The dungeon in the underworld is group-oriented. Specifically, it's tuned to players around level 5. It'll have 3 different bosses. Right now, we have concepts for 2 of them. One is going to be a skeletal archer that'll help teach the players about don't stand in pools of red because you will die. The next is a Casta tree, just like Klaatu, Barata, and Nikto, only this one's a little bit more angry. This Casta tree is going to teach the players about positioning. If you're the tank, you're definitely gonna want to face this guy away from your party to avoid the AoE. And the final boss, I don't have anything for. Leave something in the comments if you think of something great that'll be good for this dungeon as a final boss. Once this dungeon is finished and it's in the game, I'm going to get to work doing a complete combat review. One of the biggest pieces of feedback that I've gotten is combat seems a little clunky. Some weapons are way overtuned, and others, like the staff, can barely kill a level 2 Bonefish. And I just want to let you know, as soon as the dungeon is finished, I'm going to be delving hard into combat logging so I can get all the metrics and data that I need to make sure that the combat feels smooth across all classes. I need to know whether you're solo or in a group, what weapon you're using, how many skills it took to kill the enemy, how long the fight took, all of that, to give me all the data that I need to properly balance everything in the game. Noia is meant to be either solo or group, so any weapon should be able to stand on its own as well as fulfill a role in a group. And that's it for this week. I gotta get back to work and get this dungeon finished and these log algorithms created so I can get the combat balanced. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.